There's a lot going on in my house, so I'm in my car. And having spent the last week or so supporting a loved one and their partner through a pregnancy loss, I just wanted to speak to this a little bit. And my most recent podcast episodes also touch on loss and grief and the postpartum experience that follows loss and abortion and the normal physiological process that is pregnancy loss. I'm not a clinical expert on pregnancy loss, but having experienced it myself, I think that there's something unbelievably intelligent about it, which is not to say that it isn't also devastating or physically and emotionally painful. It is also, in my experience, incredibly potent spiritually and physically and emotionally, and was my first experience of the potency and profound wisdom of the reproductive body, the womb. And I feel really passionate about this subject. I have been blessed to support countless people through their experience of recovering from loss and abortion, and helping to hold the space for the honoring of the massive influx of spiritual guidance that comes through when this portal is opened through loss specifically. I think that pregnancy, regardless of whether it's terminated or it ends on its own, or it is experienced in its entirety through birth and actually having a baby in your arms, is incredibly potent medicine. And with the sort of, I don't know how to describe it. When a pregnancy is followed by having a baby in your arms, that is its own kind of chaos. And so my experience of loss and having no baby, there was it's a different kind of grief. Grief follows birth, no matter what. Maybe not a popular opinion or something that is not widely discussed. But there's death inherent in birth, period. And I'm reflecting today in particular, as I'm really holding space from a distance for these loved ones of mine who are really in it, just reminded that this is a kind of it's a grief that never goes away. It's that experience will always be gut-wrenching. To be reminded of it is gut-wrenching, and I'm so grateful for the experience. It brought me wisdom that I don't know that I would have otherwise had access to, from my ancestors, from my body. And I could probably ramble on, but I don't really want to do that. I'll put together something more coherent, and I actually have. There's a link to it in my bio. a 5-part offering that I made with regards to tending to the body and the heart after loss. And I think abortion is loss. I specify abortion, but yeah, feeling the feels today and holding that tender space for each of you who has experienced this particular kind of loss from your body. And I think this is one of the most significant and incredible aspects of having a womb, is that this is something we know intimately inside our own body. And like I said, the most recent episodes on the podcast, I'll be publishing the second one with Samantha Zipporah soon in the next couple days. But there's some more context for this conversation, so I hope you'll check it out and take good care of your beautiful body.